Welcome to the Respectful Divorce Podcast. If you're considering divorce, it's important to know that you have options for how you divorce. On the Respectful Divorce Podcast, we explore those options and provide advice from divorce professionals. I'm your host, Tim Crouch, and today we're talking with Barbara Cole, a North Texas collaborative divorce attorney. Barbara, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you, Tim, for having me. I'm happy to be here.
So, a simple or maybe not simple question to start off. Why and how did you get involved in family law?
You know, that is a good question. I think that I was raised in it in many ways. My mother worked for judges in juvenile court, and I had the opportunity to be exposed to families in crisis, parents in crisis, kids in crisis early on in my life. And I got to see how judges and lawyers really work to try to help these families. I think it was a natural flow after I had finished my career in teaching and I became a family lawyer, that this was the first draw for me to be able to help people.
Did you go to law school to become a family law attorney?
Actually, I did not. I went to law school with my interest in international law, but I did love the courtroom, and my teaching years had me very comfortable with that. I taught for 5 years, and I was just as surprised as anyone else that I ended up in family law.
So then how did you discover and move toward collaborative divorce?
When I first read the collaborative statute in Texas, which, by the way, was the first statute in the world, I was so blown away at the advanced thinking that it encompassed. So for about 15 years, I had been in the courtroom, I've been trying cases, I've been negotiating in the hallway, and there was always more that was needed to help these families. And this allowed us an opportunity to bring a team of people together to help people look at their goals, assess their options, and get the best of the best thinking from the team so that they can move past the issues in their marriage and then become good co-parents. I loved it.
So what is it that makes collaborative divorce different from other divorce processes?
I think it is the fact that first, it is a decision by the parties to enter into a contract, to be transparent with each other and have their lawyers be transparent so that they can move through the divorce process privately, not exposed to the public, their information not exposed to the public, and to call in the specialists that they need as time goes on. Any other process is public. Anything that's going on in your divorce that ends up in a courtroom can be known by anyone. And I think the privacy issue is really important to people these days. The second thing is that people are allowed to be a little bit more vulnerable to work through their issues. So it's not about a sense that somebody has to lose for someone to win. There's a sense of we that's created and taught, because not everybody comes to us with that. But what I find is most families believe that this is the process they want to do so they can be better co-parents for their children. They're willing to go through the learning they need to go through.
And how have you seen that make a difference in clients' lives when they go through the process that way?
I think it's huge. You know, people come to me with a traditional sense of lawyering and winning and losing in courtrooms in their head because that's what they see on television and that's what they see in movies. And they're always surprised to learn that all these other options that we have for them. And after it's explained, most of them want to do that. People don't want to have a knockdown, drag out in public over private matters. Most people do not want to hurt their spouse that they are divorcing. They just don't have the tools to be able to figure out what to do. So when they learn that collaborative allows them the opportunity to gain those tools, they really look forward to working in it.
Yeah, and the courtroom, going to court and fighting it out is pretty hurtful and pretty destructive. It's destructive, isn't it?
Absolutely. As lawyers, we are trained basically to destroy the other person on the stand. We are not there to be friendly. And at the end of the day, if you want to make sure you're not going to be able to speak to your other spouse, go ahead and go to trial and let the lawyers who are good at what they do really do their job. But that's our job. We would prefer not to have to do that. But as advocates, we have to use those tools in order to be able to do our job for our clients. At the end of the day, I think the judges would prefer that that was not the case. There's no benefit to a family that has to go forward after lawyers have ripped into the parents and then said, okay, now we're going to go home to our family. Good luck with yours.
And that is about being good co-parents if you have children, but also after the children are grown. Even if you're in a gray divorce situation, there are reasons your families are going to get back together. And can you be in the same room together?
Absolutely. There's a marriage of a rather large family and large family business in the area, and they had a knockdown, drag out time of it. But finally, they got to the point where they say, this isn't getting us anywhere. And they would take a family vacation to the Gulf Coast every year. And now I have to tell you that they buy a large enough or rent a large enough place that the entire family can come, including mom and dad or whoever, and they can have that memory of what they had before and create new memories, whether it's for the vacation or the wedding or the graduation or the birth of a grandchild. You have to be able to have some type of cohesiveness because the other person's going to be there. And if you choose not to do that, you're creating tension in the family that really never gets resolved.
So this is the Respectful Divorce Podcast, and Divorce with Respect Week is coming up March 3rd through 9th. What does respect look like or mean in a divorce? Because somehow, for many people, the word respect and divorce almost seem oxymoronic.
That's true. And again, it's you talk to any family member who's been through it and they haven't been encouraged to go in the path that you and I are talking about. Basically means you need to put on your big girl or your big boy pants and decide you're going to be the adult in the room. I ask my clients all the time, who do you want to be in this divorce? And who do you want to be at the end of this divorce? And that changes the characterization of their behavior quite dramatically versus this person hurt me, I want to get back at that person, or this person hurt me and I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do to have them stop hurting me. Hopefully the lawyers that you speak with or you go to have had the proper training, collaborative training, specialized training to be able to help you identify that hurt and be able to move forward, or to get you with the right counselors or psychologists so that you can move on from that. But at the end of the day, if you want to win so someone else has to lose, your children will suffer.
All right, we've been talking with Barbara Cole on the Respectful Divorce Podcast. Barbara, if someone would like to get in touch with you, what's the best way to reach you?
Thank you, Tim. My office number is 972-735-8412. And we have people who answer those phones and will ask you a few questions and get you an appointment with us.
And your website?
Well, my website is www.colelawfirm.com.
All right. Thank you for joining us again today on the Respectful Divorce Podcast. This important programming note, Divorce with Respect Week is March 3rd through 9th. During Divorce with Respect Week, you can talk with lawyers, divorce coaches, and divorce financial experts for free to learn more about the divorce process and your options. Simply go to divorcewithrespectweek.com to find professionals near you. That's divorcewithrespectweek.com. We'll put all those links in the show notes to Divorce with Respect Week and to Barbara's website as well. This is Tim Crouch reminding you that collaborative divorce is a better way to untie the knot.